He inherited a kingdom on the brink of collapse and refused to let it fall. His name was Qa'a, and he ended the first dynasty not with chaos, but with order. This is the story of the king who saved Egypt from itself. When Qa''s predecessor Semerkhet died, Egypt was exhausted. The kingdom was reeling from a period of turmoil. Trust in the institution of kingship had been shaken. To the ancient Egyptians, this meant the gods themselves were angry. The throne, once a symbol of divine power, now looked weak and vulnerable. There were whispers that Egypt was cursed, its golden age already over. Into this crisis stepped Qa'a. He inherited a broken image of power and what seemed like one final chance to fix it. Qa'a took the throne around the year 2960 BCE. Where his immediate predecessors had tried to erase or rewrite history, Qa'a chose a different path. He didn't rush to create a new legacy. He worked to restore the old one. He revived ancient rituals that had been neglected. He brought back traditions that had been pushed aside. Crucially, he had the names of earlier kings which had been erased, restored, and honored once again. Qa'a understood something fundamental that others had forgotten. True stability doesn't come from radical change, but from a deep respect for continuity. He was repairing the very soul of the monarchy. Under Qa''s leadership, a quiet calm settled over Egypt. The historical records from his reign are remarkable for what they lack. There are no mentions of widespread disaster. There are no signs of crippling famine. There are no whispers of rebellion or civil unrest. In the study of ancient history, this silence is deafeningly important. It's the sound of peace. It means the administration was working, the harvests were plentiful, and the people were secure. Peace meant success. Qa'a ruled carefully and deliberately, giving his wounded kingdom the time and space it needed to breathe again, to heal from the inside out. One of the clearest signs of this recovery is the length of his reign. Qa'a ruled for a long time, longer than most other kings of the first dynasty, possibly for more than 30 years. This extended period of stability was a gift to Egypt. It allowed the complex state administration to recover and reorganize. It gave people time to regain their faith in the divine nature of kingship, the cornerstone of their civilization. And most importantly, it ensured that the very idea of a dynasty, of a continuous line of succession, could survive. Under Qa'a, foreign trade, which had likely faltered, resumed. The borders were kept secure. Egypt was whole again, its foundations solid once more. When it came time to plan for his own afterlife, Qa'a didn't hold back. At the royal necropolis of Abydos, he constructed one of the largest and most complex tombs of the entire First Dynasty. It was an architectural statement. The tomb featured multiple chambers, subsidiary burials for his retainers, and was filled with clear signs of immense wealth and undisputed authority. This was not the tomb of a desperate king clinging to power. It was the final, confident declaration of a ruler who had succeeded. Qa'a was sending a message through time, ensuring that history would remember that the First Dynasty ended strong, dignified, and powerful. After Qa''s long and successful reign came to an end, so too did the First Dynasty. The transition wasn't perfectly smooth. There may have been brief periods of unrest, possibly some rival claimants to the throne vying for power. But the crucial point is this: Egypt did not collapse. The kingdom did not fracture into warring states. The central government held. The Second Dynasty was able to rise because Qa'a had painstakingly repaired the foundation of the state. The First Dynasty didn't fall into ruins. It passed the torch. Qa'a is not one of history's famous pharaohs. He built no great pyramids. He carved out no vast empire. He left behind no legends of glorious conquests. But what he accomplished was arguably something far greater, and certainly more difficult. He saved Egypt from itself. While a king like Narmer is credited with creating a unified Egypt, and a king like Den is remembered for perfecting its administration and culture, Qa''s legacy is that he preserved it all. He was the guardian who ensured there would be a future to build upon. History often remembers the conquerors, the builders, and the innovators. But civilizations do not survive on glory alone. They survive because of the restorers, the stabilizers, the quiet leaders who steer the ship through the storm. Qa'a was one of them. He was the steady hand at a time of crisis. Without him, the incredible story of ancient Egypt, with its 3,000 years of history, might have been a much shorter and far less brilliant tale. If you enjoy these deep dives into the forgotten corners of ancient history, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because the survival of Egypt was never guaranteed, and there are so many more stories waiting to be told. Thanks for watching.